Hi guys, Carcer coming back again with another quick game of Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 from competitive season 4. So I decided to try something a little bit different in this match. As you might have noticed, I'm not using my usual and beloved orcs, but instead I'm using dirty, pervy dark elves. So I've been having a lot of fun using the Blood Axe commander training upgrade to stealth my fleet. So I thought I'd try the masters of invisible stealth bullshittery, the Dark Eldar. So the fleet I've gone for is 3 battleships. The flagship, I certainly can't remember the fucking names, but it's the one with the full hangar bay. And then I've got two battleships with the just impaler bays. So my plan is I'm going to be rocking up to the enemy fleet and boarding them safely from a distance, using the fighters to screen and sending the impalers in to try and just kill as much of the crew as possible. And then once we've whittled those crew down, hopefully cause some critical damage, then we can maybe move in for the kill. And all the while try to keep on top of the capture point as well. I've got a couple of frigates. I don't know if they are even frigates, they might even just be the... Are they the destroyers? I have no idea. A couple of escorts anyway, so they will also be jumping around the map, hopefully staying away from the enemy fleet. I just really only want to be using them for capturing outlying points. So we're facing off against Eustace, who is going to be flying the Imperial Navy in this game. Looks like only 4 ships. Which is interesting, unless it's, you could well have some stuff stealth as well. So once we get these initial points captured, then we can maybe move in, do a little bit of scouting and try and figure out what we're dealing with here. I've got my battleships on auto-engage just to make sure that if I forget to give them orders, they don't just stop dead and reveal themselves. I want to try and keep them stealthed as much as possible. Not give the game away. Obviously my opponent will be able to... Oh. Okay, so... Yep, it looks like we are in fact dealing with 4 battleships. Are they all retributions? I think that's 4 retributions. Oh dear. So yeah, guess that means they're gonna have absolutely no fighter defense whatsoever. So yeah, this is going to be pretty painful for my opponent. I do a bit of a fuck up there and trap one of my impaler squadrons in my own stasis bubble. But hopefully they'll just make it in anyway. They are starting to get whittled down. The fighters have been killed. Enemy's got on to brace for impact, and he manages to kill off my impaler. So that was a bit of a waste. I do have 4 charges on each of those battleships though, so I'll have more opportunities. He did go into call to arms, so that did mitigate some of the boarding damage, especially since only 1 impaler squadron made it through. So just gonna keep boosting away. I did stop my escorts, so they got revealed. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got, yeah, so we've got the full amount of boarding actions off there, which is quite nice. And the enemy is very slowly making his way across the map. So I'm currently sitting on 4 capture points, which is good. So the points are starting to rack up now. have yet to be revealed. The battle on my battleships anyway. And it's so strange having accurate long-range weaponry. This is just something that you don't really get as orcs. So for my skills, I have gone for the combination of dark matter cannon and stasis bubble. So anything you can do to disrupt the enemy's movement and prevent them from catching you is fantastic for the Dark Eldar. So yeah, I made a bit of a misplay there, so I launched my impaler, but of course he's just going to immediately stealth as soon as he goes into that cloud, so that's going to break visual. And I've got one of my battleships revealed, so he's going to start taking damage, unfortunately. And I forgot to move my escorts, so they also are in imminent danger. So as you can see, yes, I'm not really very used to the playstyle. It's been a long time since I played any kind of Eldar really, and honestly, of the Eldar I did play, I probably played Drukhari the least.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
So let's try this again. Now that he's out with the gas cloud. So fighters in first to absorb the fire, followed by 2 impaler squadrons. And he, so either he's gonna stay on stance, or he's going to be forced to go into call to arms, in which case that'll obviously massively slow him down, inhibit his ability to fight. So that'll give me an opportunity. Let's block him again as well with the dark matter cannon and stasis bubble, because obviously he can't boost if he's in call to arms. And that'll just let me take this point in complete safety. So he has split his fleet, which is good. It means I can concentrate on these nearby ships here. Again, trying to remain stealth. I think I'm maybe being overly cautious. I probably could afford to commit more to trying to shoot down these ships, but there's no point in taking any unnecessary risk, I suppose. While I've still got strike craft, impalers and fighters available, might as well just continue my my original plan of whittling down crew. And then of course, once all my impaler squadrons and strike craft are exhausted, then I've still got all my boarding actions, which are doing additional damage. I've also taken the upgrade which increases the specifically the impaler critical chances by 20%. So I've been caught in a bit of a crossfire of torpedoes here. Looks like they were meltas, so I take a couple of them on 2 of my battleships. Not a flag, fortunately. Go, just block his movement again while we get out of range. There we go, re-stealth. Fires aren't so much, I mean, certainly a single fire isn't so much of a concern as it is with the orcs, obviously, because I don't have the, or do I? No, I don't think you take additional fire damage. I know they've got the fragile trait, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think they take the additional fire damage like orcs do. Do have to keep an eye on my morale though, because Dark Eldar morale is not great. Go. So we're just going to send out another group of strike craft. Boom. So that's yeah, that should be enough to completely strip his crew, even in call to arms, I think. It'll certainly get him onto a red engine as soon as he drops down to that lower crew state. Oh yeah, but they just mutiny first anyway. And the ship is down. So I've moved my escorts back into the far left point now that he's boosting his fleet away. We'll just avoid the disruption bomb. I'm not even sure what the disruption bomb does. I don't think it does anything to Dark Eldar. I'm not quite sure why my opponent's taking it. I'm pretty sure the disruption bomb doesn't actually affect the shadow field like it does with shields and hollow fields. I'll briefly reveal my flagship for a second there, not quite sure why. So in comes the enemy, just boosting straight in at us. So we'll just launch some more strike craft. And then that'll, so what's that, 5 times 3, so that's, yeah, that'll definitely be plenty to take him down to the red crew step if he doesn't go to call to arms, which it doesn't look like he's doing. And it's down to only 11 crew on the flagship as well, so we're going to do a little drive-by on him and just pop a couple of normal boarding actions, because I think we've run out of impalers now for those two battleships. Goes, going to boost around the back. Does put us quite close to him, but we should be able to get away before we take too much damage. Meanwhile, my flagship is sitting safely in a gas cloud and just peppering down near a ship who's got a red engine. The enemy flagship has also got a red engine now, so God, okay, ate a couple of torpedoes there needlessly. I was kind of hoping that this beacon was going to evaporate, but looks like I am going to have to fly through that area and take a bit of fire. But while the enemy are concentrating on my flagship, then I can just boost back around with my other two battleships. Right, captured that left hand point, just going to grab the next one now. We are significantly ahead in points at this time. And the beacon is gone, thank God. Right, okay. Okay, so we have hulked the enemy flagship, which I believe just leaves one ship left, or did he put one into the gas cloud? Yeah, no, he's got another one over there as well. Okay. I made a bit of a misclick there. I think I selected the. I didn't mean to put fighters on. I meant to put either bombers or more strike craft onto him, so it'd make a bit of a cock up. But yeah, the ship's not in a good way. Now he's hulked as well, which just leaves us one remaining retribution. So I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I mean, obviously this is the best case scenario that I could possibly have hoped for, getting a 4 retribution fleet. There's the GG. So might play a few more Dark Eldar games over the coming week. Maybe even try some Corsairs, just to keep things fresh from the orks. Torpedo spawn. God, he's not even a new player. Oh well, thanks for watching guys, I'll catch you in the next one.